and welcome to Naturally Gaited. My name is Jennifer Klitsky, and this is Marvel. He's an unbroke 3-year-old Tennessee walking horse, spotted saddle horse gelding. He's been at our place for 3 months, and he is now wearing a Mullum full cheek Snaffle. So we are now learning to follow contact with a snaffle bit. Not all methods of training are the same. Not all methods of training gaited horses are the same. Some trainers use snaffle bits. Some use curbs. Some ride with curbs two-handed with contact. Some ride with snaffle bits two-handed with contact. Some ride with curbs and snaffles with no contact. So there's many methods to train. You just gotta find one that you like and stick with it. Something that your horse likes, something you like. My method of training is French dressage for the gaited horse. That's what I love. I love studying it and applying it. I love the joy it brings. I love the partnership and the harmony it brings between me and my horse. And dressage requires that you ride with contact and a snaffle bit. That doesn't mean pulling back on the horse. It means teaching the horse to seek a light contact and follow the rider's ask. And it also means the rider following the natural head and neck motion of the horse. The reason I do this is because I studied dressage for more than 20 years before I got my first gaited horse. In traditional dressage, we always followed the natural head and neck motion of the horse. Granted, the horse wasn't doing it the flat walk and the running walk and the foxtrot, but the horse was doing a natural 4-beat walk or canter. So these are gaits that you follow the natural head and neck motion. The reason you do that is to produce relaxation in the horse's jaw and poll. Because if you don't have relaxation in the horse's body, you're going to have tension. And tension does not produce quality gaits. That is why I follow. Is it easy? No, it is not easy. Traditional gaited horse training, they teach that the rider's hands remain low and fixed. That is not helpful. It might produce some stability to the horse, but it creates tension in the horse's jaw and poll, which causes tension throughout the horse's body and back. And that produces pacing or step pacing. So I have found that when the horse is free in its mouth to express its mouth, free to express, free to be relaxed in the jaw, relaxed in the poll, there's relaxation in the body, and that is very helpful for the naturally gaited horse to produce quality smooth gaits. That's what I found. So that is why I do what I do. He's getting really good about following the snaffle bit, a very light contact. He's being very good about tasting the bit and expressing himself with the bit and not locking up with his mouth or his jaw. So that's very good. We want that. So I don't use a noseband for that purpose because I don't want him to be tense in his mouth or his jaw, because that tension will cause tension through the body and through the back, which causes pacing, and I don't want that. So I want this horse to be relaxed in his mind and his body. right? Yeah, okay. All right, so first things first, I'm gonna ask him to, my fingers are on the leather pieces of the bridle, and I'm gonna pull up towards his ears. Did you see how he rebalanced himself? That's what I want. I also want him to lift his head and neck. Good job. So he followed my hands very well. And he's maintaining that light contact. I like that. So ideally, I would like it if he's square. If he ever leans on my hands, I just gently go up towards his ears. Very good. The reason I go up towards his ears is because it presses the bit into the corners of his mouth, not pressing on his tongue. And I want that because I don't want to cause pain. I don't want the bit to cause pain. Pain causes bit avoidance, and we don't want bit avoidance, we want bit acceptance. Because when we ride with dressage, we want the horse to accept the bit and follow a light contact. So we don't want bit avoidance where the horse is going to be either drawing its nose and causing a goiter muscle here and bringing its nose above the vertical with a hollow back, or the horse will be avoiding the bit altogether and putting its nose behind the vertical. We don't want that either. We want the horse to accept a light contact. So he's being very good considering I'm talking and I'm not paying attention to him. So I need to do that. So first of all, okay, so why don't we come closer this way here? Come on, buddy. Yeah, good job, right there. I like that. Okay, so up a little bit. So up towards the ears. Very nice. I like that. So very, very light. Very, very light. Good job. You're doing great. You're doing great. Yeah. Good job, buddy. Okay, so we're going to go towards the camera and we're going to turn the neck, not the body, just the neck. Good job. Good. Good. Stay up here. Good job. You're doing great. Good. Good job. Okay. Good boy. There you go. Very good. Okay. All right. So I did a lot there. I'm going to give him a break. But what I liked there was he followed me to the side. We were at a 90-degree angle with his neck. What that does is it stretches the outside neck muscles. Some people say, oh, you don't want to flex your horse that much. It's not about flexion per se. It's about stretching the outside neck muscles. It's an exercise. So we want to stretch the outside neck muscles both directions. Horses are generally stiffer on one side than the other. So we want to stretch both sides because we want the horse to be ambidextrous. We want symmetry. We want straightness. So you did that really well. Give him a break. You did really good. Do you want a cookie? Yeah, you did good. Yeah, he's doing really well. He's been here 3 months. When I first had him here, we rewarded often. We stopped often, rewarded often, and I gave him a cookie often. Now we're stringing these pieces together. He's able to hold his flexes higher and longer. We didn't start out that way. We had to do baby steps to get there. And we're certainly not where we're going to end up. It's a process, right? Yeah. Okay, so we'll do that again. Okay, so up, up, up. Yeah, good job. Yeah, I like it. Do you see how he balanced himself? I like that. Okay, go to the side. Very nice. Up, up. Yeah. So I like to hold him up here in this position. Level ears. Don't lean on me. Yeah. Yeah, good job. Very good. So if he can hold this position for 30 seconds, that's awesome. It didn't start out this way. Good job. Okay, so now I want him to follow my hands down. Good job. Good. So if he wants to be, oops, oh, no. Yeah, I got a doggy over here. So here, put down here. Good boy. Okay. So if he wants to be At this position, I'll let him be here. I don't want to force his position. He can be here. He can be lower if he wants to be. But where his pole is at his wither height is ideal. Good job. I like this right here. You probably can't see it. But what I liked is this. When he has an open throat latch right here. In dressage, we're often so fixated on having the pole flexed and being at vertical that we don't think this is a good exercise. The open throat latch is good, especially when the horse is young. So we want to have an open throat latch, and then later we want to have flexion. Flexion of the jaw, flexion of the pole. Right now he's not at a place where we're going to be flexing the pole. Good job. Up, up, up. Good job. Okay. No, don't go backwards. Just yes, I like that right there. Good job. Okay. Now control. Oh, good job. Yes. No, I don't want you stepping though. Yeah. Ideally, I want him to just remain in the square position and then stretch out. What this does, it stretches his top line muscles and it stretches his spine. Get out of here. What are you doing? Okay. So for him to turn to the left is harder because the main side muscles are stiffer for him to turn to the left, right? Yeah. So it'll take time. You want to help the horse become ambidextrous, help the horse become have symmetry, so it's equally flexible both directions, right? Right, you? Yeah. So we'll have to do more exercises flexing counterclockwise than clockwise because the main side muscles are stiffer, right? Yeah. Okay. So up, 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 up. Yeah. If he leans on me, it's because he's out of balance. He just needs to be in balance. So both hands up towards his ears. I need to be straight. Okay, good. There you go. Light, and now we turn. Good job. There you go. Good job. Uh-oh. Yeah. He's just telling me, when he's repositioning, he's just telling me it's hard for him to bend that way. So, okay, that's fine. Yeah, we'll try it one more time, eh? Yeah, okay. So start with balance. Okay, right? So up, yeah, up, up, up. There you go. Good job. Good job. Okay. Now we follow to the side. There we go. Good. Nice. Very good. So we're at a 45-degree angle here. He's not leaning on me. Very nice. I'm not going to ask for as much time. And then we're going to stretch. Good job. Okay. So knowing that is harder for him, I didn't hold him as long and I didn't hold him as high. So we were successful that time. And then I released him when it was successful, right? Yeah. The purpose and point of a whip, of a dressage crop, is mainly to be an extension of my hand or leg. So I don't want him fearful or tense about this. So I just want to help him know that this is nothing to be fearful of, right? Yeah. So that was really good. Nothing to be worried about. Nothing to be worried about. Good job. There you go. Good. Good job. That was good. I rewarded him because what I asked for was for him to turn his nose towards me and move his shoulders out. Good job. Yes. Look at you. Yes, that's good. Nice job. Oh, good boy. What a good boy. So what I like about that exercise is it takes the flexions and the teaching of the working hand at a halt and puts it into motion. So the horse is learning to follow a light contact with Snaffle in motion, and the horse is starting to learn to step under with the inside hind leg on a small circle. And we're going at a very slow walk is what we want. Asking him to stretch down, which is good. I don't want you to go sideways, okay? Forward. Yeah, he does not like the whip. There we go, good. Yes, good. Good, good. Yes. Good. Oh, good. Good. Yeah, there you go. Good. Yes. 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 Good job, buddy. Doing great. Good job. There you go. Okay. What I loved about that was that when I asked him to stretch down and out, he did at a walk. I love that. That was very good. 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 Oh, so good, yeah. Oops, that's fast. Good. Okay, really good. No. There you go. Good job. Good job. Good job. That was good. Okay. Now traveling clockwise. What I noticed him having problems with, and I noticed this in the lunge line when we were working with him early on, is he tends to crowd me with his right shoulder. I mean, initially he was trying to do that and I corrected him, and he corrected himself really well. And the other thing he likes to do going in that direction is he likes to stop and back. So I just said, no. Just gotta go forward, that's okay. Yes. So forward. That's very good. He needs to have more of that counterbend feeling traveling clockwise. It really helps straighten up that shoulder from bulging towards me. It's really interesting when they have these stiffnesses in their neck, and then they have the asymmetries in their shoulders, and then they have issues with their hind legs too, where there's a weaker hind leg than the other. As I notice these things, then I can help them with exercises that strengthen those weak areas. And over time, then they become flexible in both directions equally. That's the goal, right? You did really good there, buddy. All right, well, thanks for joining us, and come visit us at naturallygated.com.